Welcome. Today, we're going to talk on data cleaning. So I'm going to teach you how to clean a data set using Microsoft Excel. You can also use Google Spreadsheet, but I'm going to teach you how to use Microsoft Excel to clean your data set. So let's get started. So what is data cleaning? Data cleaning or data waggling is the process of removing errors, outliers, inconsistencies, and inaccuracies in a data set to ensure its quality, completeness, and usefulness for analysis and decision making. If you're working for, let's say, a client, and let's say your client owns, owns a particular coffee shop, and then he or she is trying to look for ways to increase sales. So as a data analyst, you can help your client analyze data and then see why the sales are becoming low and what's causing it. So if the client gives you a data and he or she is like, okay, I want you to help me solve this particular problem. I'm running low on sales. So I want you to help me know why I'm running low on sales and what I need to do to make sure that I'm on the right track. You get, and then your client gives you the data set to run analysis on, and the data set is dirty. Let's say some of the rows are not are blanks, or some columns do not have headers, they don't have attributes. So if you use this particular kind of data set to run analysis, your result is going to be biased and it's not going to be a fair result. And this will affect decision making of this particular coffee shop. So as a data analyst, once you get your data, the first thing you do is to ask the question, what problem are we trying to solve? So after asking the problem, after asking the question, what problem are we trying to solve? So now you are given a data set. So you don't just start making use of that data set. So you have to clean the data set before using it to run analysis. So that's basically the importance of cleaning data. So you don't have a flawed results or a biased results. So why do we need to clean our data? Number one is to avoid costly errors. Now, data cleaning is an important step in data processing because it helps us to ensure the quality and accuracy the data used for analysis. So it helps us get a quality and accurate data that we are going to use for analysis. You understand? Now, this is necessarily because real-world data is often incomplete. It can be inconsistent and can contain error, which can negatively impact the results of our analysis and lead to incorrect conclusion. So cleaning this data involves detecting the errors, like removing errors, inconsistencies, and missing or irrelevant data. So one of the reasons why we need to clean our data is to avoid costly errors. And then secondly is to improve decision making. Like I said, let's go back to our coffee shop client. So for that client, if the data set that's given to you is not clean and use it to run analysis, you might end up making wrong decision. Let's say the client is trying to look for coffee flavors that will attract more customers, and then we have different, like let's say six coffee flavors. So we check the coffee flavor that has highest sales, or the ones that the customer like most. So now if you get this data set and you start running analysis and your data is dirty, you might end up picking the wrong coffee flavor, or you might end up drawing analysis that will affect the business. So you need to clean your data. And then thirdly, to save time and increase productivity. And then the last thing there is to avoid the risk of arriving at wrong conclusions. So if you arrive at wrong conclusions and then you now jeopardize somebody's business, this could cost you your job. So you have to really clean your data before you start using it to run analysis. So this helps to increase the reliability of the results, and also it improves overall validity of the findings. So yeah, so I have a data set here that I'm going to make use of. So let's use this data. So yeah, so this is the data set we're making use of. So if you look at this data set very well, you see that it is not consistent. It's already in table. Excuse me. So we are going to eliminate the errors that we have here. So the first thing we are going to do here is to delete this Adidas logo. So we're going to just cut it. Excuse me. And then we click on this row. We delete it. Click on the next row, row 3. We'll get rid of it. We'll get rid of this row. And then we'll get rid of this row. So yeah, now the next thing that we have to get rid of is this header, this blue header. So we need to get rid of it. So how do we do this? Excuse me, click on this, put your cursor on this box that has this inverted triangle, and click on it. And then you go to clear. You see clear all, you see clear format, clear content, and clear comments. If you click on clear all, this is going to remove everything that you have in this data set. So no, we are not clicking on this. So we're clicking on this. So we click on clear format. So that blue line is off. So the next thing we are going to do is to highlight it to make sure that we give our columns spaces. So this particular column here is jam-packed, it doesn't have space. So it's very hard for us to know what's really written inside the column. So we're going to put our cursor on the line that is demarcating each column. So for this particular one here, there's a sign, this cross sign. So you put your cursor on the line that's demarcating the column, and then you double click. So now we have our space. So this particular column A is blank. So if we expand it, we see that it is blank. This is another inconsistency. So this is blank. So we are going to get rid of this particular column. So that's out. And then the next thing we are going to do here is to check for our attributes. Now this price per unit is talking about price. So it has to be in currency and not just normal numbers. So what are we going to do now to make sure we add the currency sign? So you're going to click on the column, go to format, click on format cell, then go to currency, click on currency. So I want mine to be in 2 decimal places. So you can choose to make yours to be in 3, 4, depending on the kind of data you're working with. So I want mine to be in 2 decimal places. So yeah, beautiful. Then total sales is talking about sales. So it has to be currency. So you go to format, then go to format sales, click on currency. For this, I don't want it to be in 2 decimal places. So yeah, click on it. Then operating profit. Since it's talking about profit, it means it's talking about money. So yeah, we're still going to use that currency formatting for this. So click on currency. And then I don't want mine to be into decimal places. You can select the symbol you want to use. You can select the symbol you want to use from here. Any currency, this is Chinese currency, Canada, Australia. These are just currencies that you want to use them. This is Chinese yuan, Japanese yen, the currency that you want to use. You can just choose them here. For me, I'm using dollar. So yeah, I'm using dollar, and I want mine to be in 0 decimal places. I don't want 2 decimal places for this. So I'll click on OK, and then we have that. That's beautiful. So the next thing we are going to do is to highlight our tables. We are going to format this to make everything appear in tables, to make it look presentable and easy for us to navigate through. So how do we do this? You put your cursor here and this box that has inverted triangle, and then you press Ctrl T. Now, Excel is going to give you a table name. This is your range. So you can't change this name here. If you try to change it, it'll throw back error. So you can save it, and then once you're done saving it, you can go to Home, and then you see where you can change your table. So yeah, I'll click on OK. This is a very large data set, so it's going to take time for it to process. So yeah, I'll wait for it to process. Okay, so now we have our data set in tables. So you see how beautiful it looks. So one thing we are going to do now is to eliminate blanks to see if we have blanks in the data set. So how do we do this? We're going to click on the column, each of the columns, to check if we have blanks. So you click on this, you go to find and select, and then click on go to special. Now, this is a long process, and we're looking for a way to make everything very fast and swift. So we're going to use a shortcut for this. So that's Ctrl G, and then press click on special, click on blanks. Now this, if you click on blanks, Excel is going to scan through this whole column, through the cells to see if we have blank cells. So if you have a blank cell, it's going to return the blank cell and highlight it for you. So you can choose to either delete the blank cell that we have, or you add something to it. You understand? So let's say this particular row column, a retailer, this particular number 15, Foot Locker, is blank, and this person has lots of details here. So you can't delete the person's details. You can't delete the person's details. That's you trying to make your data biased, and your data is not going to be fair. Because if you keep deleting each of the blanks, it's going to affect your analysis. So what do? If you have a blank here, Excel is automatically going to highlight it for you. So you can choose to write something, maybe it wasn't recorded, not recorded, or not found, or no, or anything at all. So if it involves number, you can decide to put 0, or you can decide to put null, 0 or null. This is trying to make your audience, or it's trying to make your clients or your stakeholders know that, okay, yeah, this particular one wasn't recorded. Maybe it can be like a mistake from the data clerk, someone that entered the data. So you just put something, you don't leave it blank. So for this one, we're going to check if we have blanks. So clicking on blanks, excuse me, we're not clicking on current video, on current objects, or the other ones you're seeing. We are just looking for blanks. So we click on OK. It's going to show you that, okay, no cells were found, meaning we do not have blank cells here. You get, so you click on OK. We do this for every other cell. Ctrl G, go to special, go to blanks. It shows that no cells were found. So no blank cells were found. So you do this for every of the columns, check if you have blanks. Do this for every of the column to check if you have blanks. Now, another way is clicking on this. So yeah, so how can you remove it? The blanks. So you can just click on this row and then you press Ctrl G. And then you go to special, you click on blanks. Excel is going to scan if we have blanks there. So you click on OK. It shows you that, oh, you do not have any empty cell in this particular column. Now, even for this product, you click on Ctrl G, then you go to special, you click on blanks, you click on OK. It shows you that, oh, we do not have a blank cell here. Click on OK. There's another way you can check. If you click on the cell, or you can just click on this drop down arrow. When you click on this drop down arrow, you see that we don't have any blanks here. You don't have blanks here. We only have the specified products on the we only have the Adidas specified products here, so we don't have blanks. So yeah, this is how you can clean your data. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please, if you know this video was helpful to you, can click on the like button and also click on the subscribe button so that I'll do more videos for you. Thank you.